We're back, episode 3. This is the Sneaker Forecast, a podcast run by Shop Good Weather. I'm Maiden Calendar, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Isaiah.
How are we feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling good, It's Sunday.
Yep.
It's a Jersey Sunday,
Jersey
I got my LeBron
Sunday.
James Cleveland. I left my LeBron James Lakers at home, so I'm a Cavalier for right now.
And life is good for me because I got gifted my first jersey. So I'm happy about that.
Nice.
What did we do this week?
Oh, it was a pretty eventful week. I think I got the dunk of the year in the Doritos dunk.
Secured it.
Secured it, bought it, sold it. Quick turnover.
And it's already out the door.
Yes.
Okay, and that was the Dorito SB.
Yeah.
I think it's a good one. I was close to getting it, but I ended up saving my money for other things. But I was pretty close to wanting to get it. So, yes, on my end, the club finally got our funding.
Whoa.
So
You just said
we're
the club.
excited.
What club?
Western Sneaker Club.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking like I was talking to a friend of mine. I was like, do you think we're the first university sneaker club ever?
Most likely, honestly.
Do you think any other university in the
Probably
world has
not.
a sneaker club?
Probably not.
We'll pretend like we definitely are. I don't know.
Very, like the innovation in that sneaker club, even that idea to have a sneaker club at a university is very smart, honestly.
All right. So last episode we talked about the best sneaker collabs and we put concepts at the top. And we also talked about luxury sneakers and we said that we support luxury sneakers as well. So we will get into the next segment, which is segment number 2. So this is the sneaker news segment. We're going to talk about Adidas selling their Yeezys. So they came to their kind of final agreement. They're giving 15% of the revenue to Ye, and the rest is going to charity.
Nice.
How do we feel about that?
I kind of had a feeling it was going to happen, to be honest. I think all that going to charity is a lot, which is good. 50% to Ye is also pretty good for him. But I knew they were going to come back and sell these Yeezys.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like, I think legally they had to give him the minimum. I think the minimum was 15%.
Oh, wow.
So they had to give that to him no matter what. But I think it's good that they're giving the rest away to charity.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah. The Travis Scott, he kind of hinted at his new Mac Attack exclusive. Don't know. Do you see that one? I think they're really ugly. They're
I kind of like them, honestly.
Oh, okay.
It's like what's it called? The other Air Trainer that he had.
Yeah.
It's similar in a ways, but different in some
It
ways,
looks
yeah.
like, when there's like a Jordan, but it's not actually a Jordan. It's like one of their like,
it's a Team Jordan.
it's like one of their like off-brand,
Yeah.
slightly different.
I know
I feel like
those.
it looks like a Dunk or like a Jordan or like a Jordan Low or something, but it's like,
It's not
it's not the right style. I mean, I like the trainers, but
you
I
wouldn't
don't
wear
know.
the new one, the Mac Attack.
probably not. I'll pass on that one. And the last sneaker news that we have is Nike is not working with Tom Sachs. They are not doing any more releases. So the Mars Yard 3.0 will not be coming out.
Wow. They had a run. They had a good run.
Yeah.
Everything
Understandable.
was coming to an end,
You know what happened with Tom Sachs, though,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay.
Even like V-Lone as well.
For the people who don't know what happened with Tom Sachs, he had some pretty harsh workplace allegations of like abuse and sexual abuse and stuff like that. And he did some like really, really bizarre things.
He went to a Nike meeting in just his underwear.
Yeah. And then I think he locked someone in a room or something. And like, yeah, there was some
Just a crazy guy.
weird stuff that he did.
Some
It was kind of like
weird allegations.
cult.
Mhm.
Some like cult culture almost. Yeah. So he even put a quote in one of his, remember there was like a release that he did and in the box it quote said work like a slave. And then they had to cover it up with duct tape before they sent all the pairs out to the public. So if you actually peel back the tape on the original pairs, it says work like a slave.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I saw that on Complex News. It said something like Tom Sachs hints at slavery or something like that. I can't remember, but I couldn't find the article on it.
You're like, wow. Yeah. So I don't even know, like, this is a good question. If someone gets canceled and you wear their stuff, it's like, kind of hard. Like with
given, it's like, I guess it's kind of like subjective at that point too,
Yeah.
you know? Because I guess Easy was canceled. I still wear my Yeezys, but like I guess you kind of take a break after a few weeks, but then you only get canceled for me, I feel like you get canceled for like a certain period of time, you know? And I think after a certain period of time, no one really cares that much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think it's
truly
also
depends
different between
on
like
the situation, and
I think it's different between like Sax and Yeezy because there's so much Yeezy out there that like it's not like there's so much to
so much
remove
different
that.
styles, colorways, everything. Yeah.
Whereas like
that's true.
Tom Sachs has like what 4 or 5, and the only reason why you would have it is because you're really a sneakerhead. I think most people aren't buying that. It's not like a generic sort of like I'm getting my first shoe. So, I think I'm gonna pass. I don't have any of his stuff.
I actually wanted a pair of the
yellow ones. Yeah, the general purpose shoe. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get it now, but
the price may have dropped. Who knows?
Hey, we can get it for cheaper.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go on to the third segment. We're gonna do what we're wearing. I'm wearing the Nike Dunk Off-White Law 48.
Those are really nice, and I got some also some Nike Blazers Off-White. I call these the rocket ships. You know the rocket ship emoji going to the moon? Fun story about this. I wore these in New York. The worst shoe decision to ever make. I walked a half marathon that day. 21.2 kilometers I walked in these shoes. I thought my Achilles was gonna explode. It hurt so much. I had to limp half the trip. I had to stretch. I had to do everything. But yeah, now they're fully like this. Sorry. Some context to the story. So this is a 10.5. I'm a size 11, so they're a bit small. So that's what hurt my feet so much. But yeah, now they're just fully
Did you take
broken.
the insole out to
No,
increase
I
the
don't do
size
any of
by
that.
half?
No.
You're not trying to.
You know, what do they say? They say fashion is pain. If they don't, they say it now. Fashion is pain.
They say fashion over feelings.
Yes. Sometimes I wear shoes.
Quit
that,
complaining.
Like, sometimes some of my shoes actually, all my Margellas, they cut my heels. So like when I take off my shoes at night, I look at my white socks and there's blood behind there, you know?
Oof.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that problem. Actually, that's not true. I had a pair of Dunks that was like a really old pair, and just on one of them I had the same thing. Like it wasn't bloody, but like it kind of put a.
Oh no, my heel was like.
Yours was like.
Was bloody,
like you were dying. You were dying the shoe basically.
I wasn't dying, I'll say, but like my heels are just bleeding. My heels are just bleeding.
Okay, and next time gonna be wearing New Balance.
In New York, it's a fashion capital of the world, you know. I don't know if I can come in just New Balance. At the same time, I know I talk about my comfort all the time, but at the same time, everyone in New York is there to stunt. You're not there for real comfort. You're there to show off what you have.
Okay, that's funny you say that because I have 2 New Balance lined up for my trip.
Okay, but they're good. They're good collabs. They're good shoes. So
yes.
In a way, New Balance now, you could still wear them and still be stylish, but at the same time, I'd rather really like pull out something that will turn some heads.
Fair enough. So this segment is sneaker collecting, and I'm gonna get you to ask the first question.
Yeah, sure. So, what inspired you to start your sneaker collection? Like, why sneakers? Even, you know, like, why did you get into the game?
Honestly, I remember in high school, it was just like when you went back to school, everyone had something new on, your first day fit kind of thing. So I remember like begging my mom for a new sneaker to go back to school. I think that's like when I first like knew about sneakers and like that was something cool to have. Then I remember getting my first compliment ever from my friend Cam. And that was when I was like, oh, like, man, I got to take this seriously. Like, that felt good. Because and he was like a popular kid too, right? So, like, and I was like this like nerdy kid or whatever. So I was like, when I got that compliment, I was like, oh, this is what sneaker game is about, right? So, and then when I got to university, it was just like the same thing, but stakes are higher, right? So it was like, okay, now I really got to have some good pairs. Yeah. How about you?
Man, like me and sneakers, like I've been into sneakers my whole life, but I think I really started collecting probably in like university. Mm-hmm. My first pair of like good sneakers I ever got was Jordan 1 Top 3s back in like 2016 or something like that. That same day I bought the Jordan 1 Top 3s and the Jordan 3 True Blues. Mm-hmm. And I actually returned the True Blues in hindsight, I should have resold the True Blues.
Mm-hmm. And when you were growing up, were there sneakers around you? Because like I'm an only child, so like there was nothing. Like my parents didn't wear sneakers, so like there was nothing around me. The first time that I really learned about it was like when I got to high school and other people were sort of like wearing pairs and stuff.
Yeah, sneakers are always around me, to be honest. Growing up, I played like basketball and ran track and field, so everyone on my basketball team had like. I was really big into Iverson, so I had a few of like the Reebok questions and stuff like that.
Okay,
and
yeah.
His other Reebok pairs, and then also just like I wasn't big into Jordan though. I was big into Nike. Like all the, I believe it's called the Hyper Dunks. Like
yes,
their basketball shoe.
Yep.
I had like a few of those in high school and stuff like that. And then Derrick Rose was with Adidas, so I had some Adidas basketball shoes. They weren't the nicest, but yeah, like
yeah.
They were,
When did you consider yourself like, oh, I collect sneakers? Like this is a good question because like
I was always like a sneaker enthusiast, but not a collector.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you're an enthusiast.
Yeah.
Are you a collector now? No. Yes.
Yeah, I'll say so.
Okay.
I'll say
Okay.
so now.
So somewhere along there, you accepted that you collect. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll say like I was an enthusiast before, but because I never owned them. I was just like I'll know about them and know the facts of the mistakes and all that. But I just never had them.
I don't know. I'm trying to think like when I would qualify it like as collecting.
I think for you it was different because
I started with like really weird
collection.
pairs.
Yeah,
like I started with stuff that was like just super bizarre. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm getting this because like I want to like have what everyone else has. I was like, I'm getting this because it's really cool or like really bizarre. So I would say like I was collecting right from the start.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
But my collection was just really weird. Okay. So I'll ask the second one. What is the most unique or rare pair of sneakers in your collection?
I sell a lot of my shoes as well, I'll say. But right now, my current collection, the most rarest pair.
So there's like rares in like, oh, it's expensive, but there's rares like that's actually hard to get.
My collection is not hard to get. All of my stuff that if I was to like buy something, it's like a GR release.
Okay.
Or, I guess like my rarest
maybe
pair, I'll say is like Travis Scott Air Forces, like the patchwork one.
Okay, yeah.
That's a kind of a rare
I
pair.
really like that one.
I also have I think it's the Jordan 6 Olympics.
Yeah.
Or Dream Team, I can't remember what they call
those
it.
are
Michael Jordan wore that in like
those are
the
pretty
Olympics or whatever.
Yeah.
He was on the Dream Team. And then also the Jordan 1 top threes. I'll say those are like my three rarest pairs, or like my most like sentimental value / rare /
Yeah. I don't know. I think my rarest pairs, I would just have to go with the pairs that are the oldest, because I think the rarest pair that I actually have are the Air Angus SBs. They're called, I think they're called High Charity. It's the Doran Becker collection. I don't know if you know that one where they have like the kids come in and they get to design their own shoe, basically. That one's from 2004.
Wow.
And that pair, like, I
When were you
can't
born again?
find 2002. So I was 2 when that came out. And that pair, I think, is just the most rare because I can't find it on GOAT. I can't find it on StockX. Like I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, I
that
don't
pair of
even know
shoes.
how it looks myself. So
It's like, green and brown, sort of camo. And it's a great silhouette, though. I think they should.
where did you
bring
get it?
I got it from the vintage shop downtown, Dugout Vintage. Shout out, Dugout Vintage. They used to have a sneaker wall. They don't anymore. And they would give like pretty good deals on some really old pairs. So that's probably the most rare.
Yeah, that's pretty cool actually.
All right, move on.
So what factors do you consider when you are determining the value of a sneaker on the marketplace?
Oof, value, like sentimental value.
Is sentimental value more important to you, or like
I don't know.
StockX value, you'd say? Like, what do you think
It's like a mix of the two, right? I mean, there's pairs that I'll never be able to get again, like the one down there. But I don't know if I say that's my most valuable pair, because it's not. But sentimental wise, it is. I think for me, just something that I know is my style is probably what I value the most.
What is your style, you would say?
Just like something crazy shoes that's like not just like crazy, but I like classics with a twist. So like these are dunks. Everyone knows what dunks are, but they're crazy, right?
Yeah.
Or even like the Grateful Dead's. It's a dunk again, but it's kind of crazy, right?
That's true.
Yeah. How about you?
That's a good one, actually. Crazy with a twist.
Crazy with a twist. Yeah.
So I think for me, honestly, most of my sentimental value and also, I guess, market value, I'll say it's kind of split like 50-50 down the line.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, most of my things, I love Air Forces and I love white Air Forces. If there's like a white Air Force collab, I will gravitate towards that. So I think that's just legit sentimental value. And then also like,
is that just because you like the white Air Force One?
Yeah,
for
that's
you
my
is
favorite
like
silhouette all time.
Okay.
All time favorite shoe all time for me.
Okay.
And then right now I'm really big into the color yellow, as you could see.
Yeah.
So with the two shoes on my list so far are the yellow Vomeros.
Okay.
And then
to get or
yeah,
that you have
to get.
Okay.
And then also what is it? The Jordan 4 Thunders that just came out.
Okay, so everyone who's watching, we know who to gift. Size 11. The yellow Vomeros and the Lightnings. The Lightning 4s.
Yeah.
The yellow ones as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair.
But for me, I don't think I could honestly if it does have like market value, I'll probably sell it, honestly.
Mm-hmm. So what if it was like your first pair, but it was now valued at $5,000? Would you?
It would be gone.
Okay. Would I? For $5K?
Honestly, now, okay, I think I look at shoes differently now.
And would I? There's something about this though that like I'll have $5K at some point in my life. Like I will never have this pair again.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe I'm just a big sucker for like I can
Like
never
good
get
old
rid of shoes.
sentimental value. Yeah.
Okay, this is a good question. How do you approach balancing the desire to wear your sneakers versus preserving their condition as collectibles? So like, when do you wear your nice shoes versus not?
All my like designer shoes I wear to the ground. If you look at these Blazers, they're pretty worn in right now. Honestly, I wear all my shoes. All my shoes after like a few months look like I
smoked them.
I wear them. Like if I wear them, I'm like fully wearing them. They're fully getting beat. You know.
Okay. Are there any that you're just keeping like mint?
No. And the thing is, like, I love Air Forces again, and the white Air Forces. I probably have like 10 pairs now of like just all white Air Forces, and just gotta go in the rotation, you know. So like, if I'm going out, I'll probably wear the nicest one. If I'm just going down the street, I'll wear my third one, you know.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, even painting the store. So I painted the store in some white Air Forces, and now they have a little yellow. They have a little gray on it for the floor paint. Yeah.
There we go. You're taking a little bit of the memories with you, and
yeah.
And
Yeah. I'm gonna post. We have to post an Instagram picture. Actually, I had these pants from Kith. I legit spent like $350, $400 on a pair of pants.
You get paint on them?
Yeah, I painted this wall right here on it, and then after I saw it was looking good, so I actually put it on the floor, and then I got some paint and I just splash here, splash there, and I'll post the picture right here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, like, there's some pairs that I'm trying to keep like really, really great shape. Like these are a pain to wear because they're white, right? Like a good amount of them are white. So yeah, just trying to not wear them very often. But I do have some pairs that are like, I've accepted that they're beat and I'm just gonna wear them whenever. Like the Stussy Air Force One mids, the sort of like canvas colored ones.
Oh, nice.
I tried keeping that like nice for a long time, and then eventually I was just like, I don't care about these anymore.
Yeah.
And it's okay because like if I really want,
But again, I think every shoe tells a story.
yeah,
And you could look at those shoes, and be like, oh, like these shoes. Like, oh yeah, I went to New York. My Achilles, man, my Achilles. But yeah,
there's like blood marks on the back or like.
I can't even. When it was time to actually go home that night, I was legit like, oh, Malika, like I'm limping here. Like my Achilles is hurting. It's sore.
Yeah, there's some uncomfy shoes that I wouldn't recommend, but we can get that in another podcast episode. We can make our complaints. Okay, so are there? I'll get you to do this next one. Okay, it's
How do you create and display your sneaker collection?
yeah, mine's just like walls. Like I have like the IKEA
You gotta
shelves.
post it up right here. It is not just walls, guys. It is actually very well done.
It's like IKEA has the best sneaker shelves in my opinion, and then all the boxes are just under the bed and in the closet basically.
Oh, so you just display the shoes?
Just the
not
shoes,
the
yeah.
shoe boxes.
I don't think there would be enough room on the shelves for like box shoe. Yeah, there wouldn't be enough room. And even now, I
do you have any special boxes?
Yes, I
Like
do.
even for the lot dunks, do you display that box or you?
Nope, that's just under the bed. I don't have enough room. But I do have like special boxes, like the special edition boxes. But I also don't display
Even
those.
for your lobsters, is that a special box or is that regular?
No,
box?
that's the
Okay.
regular box.
But even that regular box, that SB box is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's like the rainbow.
Yeah.
So like,
Do you have are you gonna make a display case for your boxes, you think? Or display your boxes? Because even for me, like the cause, I have a lot of cause. And even the cause boxes that they come in are really nice. So,
I would if I had my own place. But
yes.
right now, just like in the room, like I literally have like shoes sitting on the ground, and I have to order in more shelves to put up on the other side of my room to fit the other shoes. Because like, maybe I should just get rid of some pairs, you know? maybe I have too many. Okay, yeah. So how about you? Do you just keep them by the door, or?
I have, yeah, they just sit by the door. There is, if it's a good, no, I think all my shoes get the same treatment, to be honest.
Okay.
All of them sit at the door. They just wait for me to,
Yeah, there we go.
you're the special one today. And they just get put on maybe.
I know some people have like all their sneakers in their room, and then they also have like a door rotation for the week. So they pick like 4 pairs, and they're like, for the next 2 weeks, I'm only wearing these 4 pairs to like challenge them
That's
to get
pretty
to
smart.
wear things.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. So are there any sneaker collaborations or limited edition releases that you follow closely? This is kind of like the same like collaborations, but which ones do you think you follow the most? Probably Yeezy is one for you, right?
Yeah, I like Yeezy. Which else? Right now, I'm really big into Aman Manier.
Okay, yeah.
They have a Jordan 5 coming out, and it might be their best sneaker. It might be. Have you seen it?
I don't know if I like that silhouette. I haven't seen it, no.
It is beautiful. It's
Okay.
We can pop it up right here. Yeah, let us know in the comments if you would wear it. I think it's one of their better ones, honestly, because I think they had the one, which was their 3, the Jordan 3 was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
That was the sneaker of the year, I think.
The
for
best one?
2021.
Can we agree that the 4s, the like full like chocolate brown 4s with the little message on the back is the best?
No.
We
three.
disagree. Okay. The 3s?
The 3 is the best.
Okay.
I think the 3 is the best just because I think with everyone too, most of like the first collab with Nike or Jordan,
Was that their first
Yeah,
one?
that was their first
it
one.
went that one, then the ones.
and then the 1 and then the 3. No, it went the 3. I think maybe the 2. I can't remember honestly what the rollout was, but yeah. The 3 by far was their first, and they knocked out the park, honestly.
Mm-hmm. So, talking about sneaker design trends, there's been a lot of things that have happened over the last couple of years, but I have a list of things here, and I'm going to ask you how you feel about them. How do we feel about the chunky, thick soles?
Not a big fan of them, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah,
It depends. Like the dad shoe compared to like the chunky shoe. I think it's the same and different at the same time.
Okay.
Like Nike Monarchs, I definitely wouldn't wear. I don't think I would wear any too chunky shoe.
You know,
like,
the like.
even like the Drake Noctas are like a chunky shoe in
Yeah,
a
they're
way.
pretty
I'll
chunky.
say. Yeah.
But I guess
have
like
those,
the 95s are also
Yeah, like a big like.
fairly chunky.
Yeah, it is for sure.
Yeah. I don't mind them, but if you notice, like Drake and like a lot, like tons of people, tons of like superstars, mostly wearing chunky shoes now.
Mhm.
Not really not like runners or anything. Like everything's oversized and chunky and big. Yeah.
I guess it goes with like the fashion right now too. Like even with like the flared jeans and stuff like that. So
Yeah. How do we feel about the retro revival? So bringing back that sort of like vintage.
I like it. I've always been into vintage and stuff like that, and even like with the Jordan 185s, the Jordan 1 like reimagine. I think all that like
Boston found
heritage and like even having I guess like that whole backstory to make it come full circle. Is really cool. Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. I have nothing against it. I like vintage stuff, so Sustainable materials. This is something kind of cool. Like I was thinking we could do eventually a segment on sustainability, because I know Nike and Adidas, they're starting to really get into that. I know that the foam runners are made from like, I think like 70%. Yeah, it's like crazy. So I think that's pretty cool. Minimalist and clean designs. There's some like like the Fear of God shoes. Those are like super minimal. They're like kind of high cut. They're almost like a boot, but they're like super.
Adidas ones or like the new ones or
Nike Fear of God.
Oh, those are nice ones. Yeah.
Yeah, those are like super simple.
Yeah, they are. That's true. I think simple shoes are clean shoes in a way, like the shoes that we both have on are busy shoes, they got double shoelaces, they got a zip tie
and like
on it,
all these
got words on
stitchings
it,
words and yeah.
But I think both are needed, honestly, because I think our outfits right now are pretty simple, but then our shoes are the standout piece. And I think sometimes if your outfit is simple or busy, then you want your shoes to be simple. You don't want to be So
I like simple shoes,
Mm-hmm.
but also like crazy shoes. I gotta choose one. But how do we feel about this here it says deconstructed vibes? So like how we're seeing like with these, they have like the foam is exposed and stuff like that. I've noticed there's a lot of shoes doing that now, where like they put like rips in it and they mess up the stitching, but it's like on purpose. I don't know.
I like it actually.
Yeah.
I think even with me, I don't really complete projects to 100%.
Yeah.
For me, like 95 is good, So like, I'm not saying these shoes are incomplete, but like, that's kind of my
it's
philosophy.
nice.
Like 90, if it's good enough to be released, then
I think it's nice to like to see the materials too, instead of being perfectly
And again, even like my New Balance 2002R, what's it called again? Distress pack. That thing it looks like I mowed the lawn 50 times. It looks like I was working as a landscaper.
Ran over it with the car.
Yeah.
And the last one was hybrid styles. I know there was like a leaked Jordan 2-3 hybrid that's coming out, where they're like starting to take different things and mesh them together.
Sometimes that works. That stuff is legit hit or miss.
Yeah, that's true. I don't like most of the hybrids.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Because I'm just so used to the original that the hybrid's not as.
One time they even did a hybrid of like an Air Force and some Jordan silhouette. It was really ugly in my opinion, but yeah, it was ugly. People don't even want those no more. So,
but I think the Jordan Specials, I think they're called Specials. They're like That's kind of cool. It's like a 4 and a 5 together or something. Like, is it a 4 and a 5 or something like that? Yeah, but it's like pretty crazy. Yeah, I wonder if we'll see any more like hybrids come down. What would you do as a hybrid? If you could do like any sort of mixing of two, like
I would have to choose like two very very opposites and make them one. Like I'll choose like a Jordan 8 with the straps going across.
Okay.
With like
an Air Force or something.
Not even. I think I want to stick with Jordan with this.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna do Jordan 8 and like a Jordan 3, something crazy like that.
And I don't know what I would do.
But even Sean Weatherspoon, when he did like Air Max 1 with like 98. I can't remember what number it was, to be honest.
I remember that.
That's a good, I guess, mashup.
All right. So we'll end it there. Okay, so the next segment is upcoming sneakers. May 14th, we have the Welly Pets Frog Loafers by J.W. Anderson. How do you feel about those? Can you see them?
I surely can. What do they say? If I'm feeling froggy, then leap, or if I'm feeling froggy, then jump, or whatever.
Welly?
Those shoes are so ugly. I do not want to see anyone in some frog shoes.
What's worse, the big red boot or those?
The big red boot is ugly. And
like imagine I forced you to wear one for a week straight, okay?
Oh, I'd wear the bigger boot over these frog shoes.
Okay, I think I would too. Yeah, we have. We'll go past a few because we don't have to do them all. But we have the Adidas Forms there. The Adidas Form Buckle Low Bad Bunny. How do we
My
feel about
Spanish
that one?
is bad as well, so I'm not even gonna attempt that word
Wow.
either. Bad Bunny and these Adidas forms. I think he has a bunch of them, bunch of different colorways.
This is one of his.
Newer ones, I guess. Looks like a Laker
Her-
colorway. Shout out the Lakers, but
These ones aren't as good as his other ones, in my opinion.
I just think the Adidas form silhouette is just ugly.
Oof. If you're watching this and you have those shoes, you just got called out. Okay, we have the Adidas Superstar Dime Cloud Carbon. That's like pretty basic.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Rick Owens after that? May 16th, pink Rick Owens. Woo! With the Converse there.
Those are also very ugly.
Oh, so final rating on what? No, those aren't that. Like, those are pretty cool, right? No. I think they're pretty sick, but that's okay.
No comment. No comment. No comment.
The Jordan 5 Retro SE Craft, May 17th. Below that, how do we feel about that one?
Remember that one time when Supreme released the brick? I think all these sneaker brands just releasing bricks nowadays. That's another. That's gonna sit.
Straight brick. Okay. Wow, you kind of being mean today. We haven't had anything good. The Retro 3 Lucky Green, May 18th. That's a nice pair.
Yeah.
You can't say that's a brick.
No, that it. At the same time, it is a brick, yes, but it also is a nice pair. So.
Okay. What about the Mischief ones? May 18th as well. We
You
were talking about Chunky.
You'll never catch me in those ones, to be honest.
Okay.
How do you feel about it? Especially the gobstoppers.
Yeah, I don't think I'd wear them either.
Okay.
No. So we'll go through. We'll give them each a rating. The Welly Pets at the front. I'm giving them a 0 out of 10. That's just like trash.
0 as well.
The Forums, Bad Bunny. I'll give them like a 2.
Yeah, 2, 3.
3. Okay. Okay.
It is a Lakers colorway. I'll give it a 4.
A 4. I'm still gonna give it a 2. That's okay. The Rick Owens. I'm gonna give this one a 6.
Wow. A 3.
A 3. Okay. The Orwood Browns. It's like a typical shoe. I'll give it a 6 again. I feel like people could like that, you know? I just think it's kind of boring.
Yeah, it is boring.
Yeah.
I think Jordan said if it's not a Jordan 1 or Jordan 4, every other silhouette that comes out, I feel like it needs to have like a fire colorway or like a collab, or it's not gonna move. But this one, I think. Well, I think with me, I'm just talking from like a business perspective, and I think all these shoes and these less.
You're just like,
it's for like sneaker enthusiasts, honestly, because none of them would actually resell.
yeah. I think the Lucky Green might be the only one.
Yeah, I
That's
think so.
probably
But
it.
not much, honestly, because it is a Jordan 3, and Jordan 3 is like before they're reimagined and stuff like that. It has to be like a really good colorway.
True.
Even like the Jordan Red, the Jordan 3 Fire Red.
Yeah.
It's a good colorway. It's
How do
like
you? Okay, this is my question.
classic colorway.
How do you judge like whether or not you want to purchase a sneaker for the store? Like, how do you know it's gonna sell well? Because that's the thing, you don't really know if it's gonna sell well, right? Unless you know
kinda have
like
to-
what people like. You have to really know what people like, right?
Yeah, you gotta legit like forecast the trends. Shout out the forecast. But yeah, you have to like forecast the trends and even like the colorways too, because not every single dunk is gonna resell well. Recently, I actually got this one dunk called Ocean Bliss, and it's a women's dunk and it looks similar to the UNC, but it has the yellow Nike check instead of UNC blue or whatever. And
Yeah.
I picked up like a full size run of that just because it looked similar to UNC.
Similar to it,
Yeah.
right?
So with that, you kind of just have to use your like.
And then
sneaker
with
intuition.
sizes, do you like go like, okay, because you can't get every size, even if you have the option to get every size. I'm sure you don't. Do you sometimes do like only whole sizes, or
Yeah,
is it just
to a
like
certain
choosing?
honestly,
Yeah.
Like I know for me, like size 9, 9.5, 10, 10. Actually, if I was full sizes are good. Common half sizes like 9.5 and 10.5, I feel like are very very common half sizes.
8.5 is not on that list.
No, honestly, just in general, I like 8 does resell. I'll say, but like,
But
for
it's
the most
not as
part,
good as like
a 9.
I think
or a 10?
9.5, I think is
Like even sample size too, I believe it is 9.5 or something like that.
not okay. Yeah, so,
So
9 to 10. I think if you have a 9
let's say 9 to 12, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
even like 11.5s.
11.5 is a very, very rare size. It doesn't really release that often, honestly.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
sorry, it does. It's 12.5.
It's 12.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the.
Because 12 is the last, like the last one. 4, you have to get like special. Like I know on sneakers it goes like what, 6 to 12, I think.
For the most part, yeah. And there's sometimes like 13, 14.
Oh
all the
yeah,
way to
I guess there
15.
are
Sometimes
some.
it depends
Yeah.
on I guess the shoe.
But I guess if you were 12.5, you could just be like, I'll buy a 12.
Yeah, or 13.
Because I fit plus or minus like a half size, and
Oh, wow.
if it's cheaper, like actually like the what the balls are a whole size smaller than what I
What size
usually
is it?
wear. It's a 7.5, and I usually wear an 8.5.
Oh wow! If
But it
it's-
was like $100 cheaper,
oh,
and it's
wow.
like I'm only wearing it like what for the day, so it's like, and it's pretty comfy already. I just lace them extra loose. Yeah.
That's smart.
All right, so we will get into the next segment, which we'll have to trade out some of the stuff.
Yes.
I will.
Let's actually have it where Malika passes us the 2 shoes. All right. So
Okay.
for our last segment, this or that, Aiden's gonna choose between 2 shoes, and he has to pick which one he would actually wear. So for our first one, we have 2 dunks. We have
Right.
the Montreal Bagel dunk, and then also the fly streetwear dunk from Japan, I believe.
Yeah. Man, this is a hard one. They're fairly similar. Like this one has blue, and this one has blue, and then this one kind of has cream, and this one's not quite cream. It's like beige. But I have a feeling I would go with this one. I think this one's cool, but I feel like we'll find more beige shoes frequently. I think something like this is a little bit harder to come by, especially like the
Yeah.
like sewn on. Like this has a lot more detail to it. The rope laces and the little metal thing at the back, and this is cool. But it really, if you took the like sprinkles away from this, it wouldn't look
It's a
really.
GR
Yeah,
dunk,
it
you
would
would
be
say?
pretty
Yeah.
basic. Beige with the color. Whereas this, I think, has a bit more thought in it. So I think I'm gonna go
Nice.
with this one
So
as
Fly Streetwear won the first battle.
the winner. We'll put this one down here since
Yeah.
that's the winner, and this one I won't chuck down. Next
And then
pair.
For our next one, we have 2 artist collabs. We have the Drake Knock the Hot Stepper, and we also have the DJ Khaled We the Best Fives, and I believe the Sail
Does
colorway.
it say?
Yeah,
Oh,
we-
it does say it on the bottom, right? Yeah. I know exactly which one I would go with out of these 2, actually. I like these, but I'm not a huge fan of all black shoes. Something I just don't wear often. And I think I would rather get this in the purple colorway.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Sort of that like hazy gray purple one.
Yeah.
And I mean the silhouette is nice, but
Chunky shoe.
yeah, and I like these colors a lot too. Beige with like
The purple.
blue and purple, and then these like
The
great,
shoelaces.
yeah, colorful lace swaps. And recently, I've been watching Khaled doing a lot of golf. And
Is he better than you?
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, he is. So yeah, and I think this is a good pair. What else was gonna say? I also kind of just I like his character a bit more. Like I feel like
More outgoing, you would say?
just like full of himself kind of, but like
Mhm.
it's almost so funny because he's so full of himself. Like it's something to laugh at in a sense, but he really believes he the best. So
Yeah, that is true.
but I rock with it. Yeah, so I'll
Nice.
crown this one as that
And boom.
that
so
one.
Let me. set
This
the
one's
scene.
hard.
You're going to Wasaga Beach. No, yeah, I'll say Wasaga Beach. You're going to the Wasaga Beach. Which one are you bringing?
I kind of have to remember because if you go to the beach and you're wearing anything like this, you've got to forget that they're like Crocs in a sense because you're going to the beach, so it makes sense to be wearing them.
Yeah.
So I have to take this from a beach perspective.
Yeah.
So not just like a wearing it out in the streets. I think I'd still go with the Yeezys. I think because like I already have 2 pairs, but I also have a black pair if I have the Onyx foam runners. So, and I like this colorway a lot too. I think I'd go with this pair.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
And then also other scenario for those 2 New York City. Which one are you wearing?
Oh no, I don't know. No, I think I'd keep it the same.
Nice. Okay.
I feel like this would be kind of hard to wear around the city. No, it's like
I
a
think they
strap
both would,
on
honestly.
it. I feel they would. They would both be pretty hard. Maybe I should bring my Yeezys to New York when I go, and I'll wear it for all 5 days.
Yeah, give me a wear
crazy.
test. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you know how that goes. So I'm gonna crown this one. These are the winners, and the losers have been kicked off.
I've been kicked off the island.
All right, so that is the end of this week's podcast. We'll be back in 2 weeks, and yeah, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Very important that you subscribe now that we have a 1,000 subscriber goal. We'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.